Hello and welcome, my lovely Cancer. Cancer, this is your weekly intuitive energy and card reading for the week of January 20th through 26th, 2020. Remember, time is merely a pretense. This can be past, present, and or future energies and or lessons. Cancer, just had a moment. Remember, the stars you were born under are not personality programming, but the lessons and experiences you can expect during this lifetime. So do hang around for the entirety of the reading. There should be something in there collectively for Cancer, like a good fairy tale or fable. But please do take what resonates and leave out all the rest. All right, Cancer, how was your full moon? A full moon in Cancer, it was tough. Full moons take away energy. Solar eclipse doubles that takeaway energy, pinpoints what needs to be taken away. A lot of that Capricornian energy, the opposite sign of you, the daddy sign of your mama sign, has been just crowding up on us immensely. We have Saturn conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, which was hefty energy. I'm terribly miserable. So if you want to know what, I was unable to read for a little bit, so that's why I was gone. But if you want to know what your mission, your calling, your great whatever in life, you definitely handled it in some way in these first 3 weeks of January. You've definitely defended it, closed a door on something, opened another door somewhere else, cleared out a path for stepping on a new path. Cleared out a path to take that journey, so to speak, because of the fact that that's the kind of energy that has been hitting us for the last 3 weeks. The first 3 weeks of this new decade, this new millennium, has been absolutely like telescoping directly onto what Spirit wants you to pay attention to and what you've asked yourself to pay attention to in your life. The cards are a little funky. A lot of extra cards coming out right now instead of singles. The Knight of Wands, fire under your ass in the middle of the reading here. So the future, the new energy is coming in. First of all, we had that Venus in Pisces last week. Very tender, loving energy, working well with others kind of thing. Very, very fresh energy to that grounding, hard Capricornian energy. And then we have, we have Sun in Aquarius. So we're moving out of Capricorn season into Aquarius season, that eccentric sign, head over heart sign, very logical yet eccentric sign season. And then we have the new moon on Friday in Aquarius, and that is time to set those intentions. And everything during Capricorn season that kind of hit you, that was kind of telescoped, again, you had to defend it, you had to whatever, you had to close it off, something, whatever you did, your path forward, your intentions for this coming Friday in Aquarius should correspond to that kind of, those hits, those triggers during the first weeks of January. I know it's been tough, it's been horrendous, but let's be honest, it's defining energy, and it's also hey, pay attention energy, and then it's been, or don't pay attention energy. So it's very refreshing. It's knowing where you're going kind of energy. Ooh, good reading, Cancer. Let's see. Ooh, interest. Ooh, tough reading, actually. You're just coming out of a tower, are you? Okay. So let's get to it. Me being the Queen of Clovers, my readings tend to focus on life, craft, action, nurturing ourselves and others, and using our will for the highest good and calling. This is my charismatic gift I share with you with unconditional love and gratitude. And I thank you now for all your likes, your subscribes, your views alone do help the channel. I do sincerely thank you all for sharing your energy with me. It is a great help to me and a, lifting up the light of the world kind of thing. All right, so what do we got here? I have the Fool in reverse. You are not taking a journey. This is the energy you're coming into the reading with. Spirit wants to talk about you not taking a journey. And your decision to not take a journey brought about a tower. It brought about a tower, but I'm going to clarify that tower. I only clarify the tower with this affirmators deck. It's only clarification I do I've been doing this week. And then, because especially since I have the Judgment in the reverse, it means that something didn't finish. It means like you left a door open, even though you're like, I am not going through that door. I am not taking that journey. With that Fool card in reverse, it created a towerific moment, a lightning strike in your life, a realization in your life when you actually said that. It kind of got things moving in a way for you, likely, but you still left that door open, and I need to know why. The Tower. Spirit, please clarify the Tower. I'm not going to take multiple cards. The Empress. The Empress in the upright. Clarify the Tower. And the Devil card, Cancer. That is Capricorn energy. Major arcanas. And let's see. Beautiful card, though. The Capricorn. It's like you decided not to marry, or you decided not to commit to somebody. It's just, you're an Empress in your own right. You have something in your own right. You don't need to make a deal with the devil, is what Spirit is saying. And that's what you did. You were like, I don't need it. I don't need this. I don't need you. I don't need this. I am quite good on my own. 5 of Wands, and you're just done. You don't need this competition. You don't need to be part of this battle. You don't need this Empress. You are the Empress in your own right. You don't need to make a deal with the devil. You don't need to go on that path. You don't need to invest in a cycle that is a useless cycle that is not going to take you anywhere. It's especially going to bring you down. You see that. You saw the writing on the wall. But, you know, if things improve, you still have the kindness, Cancer, to leave your heart open for this Capricorn, or this Capricorn energy, this possibility of being an Empress with somebody else, or in another situation. It's just not time. You realize that the way things are, it ain't right, so you're gonna not take that journey. Specifically, you value yourself very well. Very well. You're not putting yourself in a bad position. Now, 7 of Swords in reverse tells me that you're being very honest and very truthful, but people seem to think you ain't God. There's something about this that people think you're hiding something. It's just because you're going on a different journey. You're just not going to take that road. I don't know why people think there's this interpretation that the energy coming at you this week because you closed off going on that journey or taking that Fool's journey or whatever. A tower fell, and it was almost like, how do I explain it? But when you said, I ain't doing that, this ain't happening, I'm not going that way, I'm much too valuable to myself to go that way, it's not necessary for me. When you did that, the reason the tower came down, which you may not have felt it entirely, but the reason the tower came down was because you asserted your boundaries. You basically made people realize that you are not the kind of person, you're an Empress. I'm not the kind of person that takes those journeys or those trips. You basically self-asserted some way, in some dominant way, that people are a little shocked at. Being a Cancer, people can think Cancers are a little emotional, cry babies. I know I did for a long time. And really pretty much until I went through your season last season, I didn't really understand the intensity and power of a Cancer. But when you lay this down, it's going to... It's like a self-defining moment. You didn't think it was a big deal. Like, you were like, I ain't doing that. And everybody else was like, oh, Cancer. Shit, you're an Empress. Wow. You're just not going to compete. It ain't your thing. No, thank you. But whatever it is, people are looking at you a little suspiciously, but it is pick up your swords and leave, because you're not going to be involved in this, and you get this fire under your ass. If you're not going on this venture, on this Fool's journey, you're going to have to go on another one, and you realize that. You know that you're an Empress. You're pulling on that Empress energy, and you've made a decision. You've made a decision, and you're going to stick with it with this 2 of Wands. You've selected the wand you're going to go towards. You've had the world in your hands and you've picked it. It's so basic to you, Cancer. That's the kind of energy you're giving off that makes people even a little more like, oh, Cancer. You know, you said this is how it's gonna be. I've made my decision. But people see it as let it be written, let it be done, you know, but you're just like, I made my choice. I picked that one. And people, but in your selection of that one, you've made it beyond clear that the other one ain't for you. You're better than that. And I think that's why the tower fell. That's why everybody's feeling that tower around you. This is going to flip your work upside down a bit. People aren't sure how to deal with you for the moment. And I think you might want to, like, there's something about work here. I have the World card here, which is an ending. There's something about work here that you may have come off more assertive than people ever thought you could be, and it's making them leery about you. It means that work is never going to be the same for you, or the way you work is never going to be the same, and it's not something you can deal with because people are going to treat you really respectfully, and they're not going to dick around with you anymore, in other words. And I do have the Nine of Pence here. This Nine of Pence, this is you coming into a little bit of individuality, a little standout, being able to take care of yourself, having your own back kind of thing, really commanding the value around yourself in big, extraordinary ways. It's like the end of you being a lesser worker. You know, there is a hierarchy in the office in terms of like secretaries, admin. You kind of move up to CPAs and accountants, and then kind of like development and you know, CEO business. And this is you no longer being part of like the lesser crowd, no matter what title you wear, because you are holding yourself in great esteem by saying, I choose that one and the other one is not for me because it will devalue me. It's just like a no, an emphatic no. And whatever it is, it's, I do think it has to do with work. But like I said, it has a way, you have a way of expressing yourself somehow that people are shocked that you kind of assert yourself. Advice from Spirit. Because my goodness, Cancer, you are kind of thing. Eight of Swords, Three of Wands, Three of Swords. Yeah, it's like you felt kind of stuck, and a lot of, ooh, 333, a lot of interference. This doesn't feel like cheating. It feels just like it's work, it's self-assertion, it's planning. You kind of put yourself a little bit where you didn't want to be, but you are blessed. You deserve this upgrade. And it, believe it or not, it's not a promotion, it's not a raise, but what it is you really don't have a choice in taking this. You've upgraded yourself by making this decision. And you can't waffle about it because people are going to treat you accordingly. And you've upgraded your own personal value by making that choice. And you're kind of stuck with it. Kind of stuck with it, per the cartomancy. And you're not going to see it at first, is what Spirit is saying. You're not going to know why are people treating me a little differently, a little nicer. There's this moment in Brittany runs a marathon, and it's after she's lost all the weight, and she realized she may not be able to run anymore. She does get an injury. And she freaks out. And she's like, people open doors for me. People say nice things to me. Even a guy, the woman she works with, she introduces her boyfriend to Brittany after she's lost the weight. And he acts like it's the first time. She says, say hi to Brittany. And of course, he acts like it's the first time he's ever met her. And it is because the first time he's ever saw her, because she used to be a fat girl kind of thing. And she was kind of blind to the fact that she was being treated less than until she loses all the weight, and she realizes that people do treat her better now that she's lost weight. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm saying it's that blindness to, why are people treating me differently? It's not like they're treating you worse. They're treating you better for sure. But you're a little like, there's going to be interference. Threes are interference cards. But with a 3-3-3, that's spirit. That's spiritual protection, no matter what threes they are. You don't really want this all the way. You're going to get a chance to put some planning into this. You're going to get a chance to use it. Spirit is going to ask you to use it to your advantage. There are going to be losses. There's going to be Three of Swords losses. This does have to do with work. With the Three of Diamonds, there will be losses with this. You will, people will be jealous. When you raise your light, when you raise your value, people don't like it. There are going to be haters, Cancer. And I don't think you're used to that, really. Aries is definitely used to it. Asking Aries how they deal with it, and it's usually F those people. But, you know, there are times where you're going to be lonely, and you're going to try and say, you're going to waffle. You're going to try and take it back. Spirit says don't try and take it back. This is going to, it's going to change your life in the office. And I know you've had some trouble with a stalker or an ex-boyfriend kind of, or a girlfriend kind of fucking with your work and your respectability at the office. And it's like, this is you're going to lay down the law about something. It's really not as big as you think it is. But because it comes directly from you and directly from your energy, it is going to be a reflection of your light, a reflection of your value that can't be ignored. And I'm just going to tell you right now, Cancer, this is a personality upgrade. Because you're less about marble halls and less about fast cars. You're very emotional, very together oriented. This is like a raise up. Your crowd is going to improve around you, and you're going to be shocked by the change. It's really hard to think of people as lesser people as a Cancer, but there are some people that aren't your friends. And when you get haters, that's the part where you realize people weren't really your friends. And other people are going to be drawn to your light, better people that are going to be your friends, new people. It's going to be a shock to your system, but in the end, it's going to be great. That's usually how towers work, right? It was less of a lightning strike tower for you than for other people, though. I don't think people expected this of you, and it's actually going to make you very sexy too, to the men and women, whatever, in the office. It's going to lift up your dating value as well, Cancer. All right, thank you for sharing your energy with me. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, tip or donate if the spirit moves you. And of course, everything's in the box below. Have a great week, my lovely Cancer.